welcome to another crafts video here on Dulwich Wishes and Castle Dreams. So glad you could join us. I've been wanting to do this craft for a while and now I'm finally doing it, so I'm really excited. Today we're going to be making a pin board, a Mickey pin board for those of you that collect pins or maybe want to start collecting pins. This is a great way to display them, the ones that you don't want to take and trade at the parks. So we're going to go ahead and get started. First, I wanted to show you some of the pins that I collect. I do collect quite a few. You can see the lanyards that we have here, my two sons and then mine here. But what I like to do is every time we go, I like to get the year, a pin with the year on it. So this is from 2018, last year, our trip. So I like to do that. And then, of course, any special events that are going on while we're there. So we got to do the Food and Wine Festival last year. That was really good. So I like to get a pin for that. And this one I absolutely love. I actually did a giveaway. I loved it so much. And this is for the Not So Scary Halloween party last year. Especially the limited release ones. I like to get those if I see them. And let's see. I also like to get them for the parks. Whichever parks we go to that trip. So this one's for Epcot, and I've got one like for Animal Kingdom, and then of course I like to get anytime we ride a ride for the first time. So last year we rode Slinky Dog Dash for the first time, so I had to get some of those. And then this is from when we rode Splash Mountain for the first time. We got those pins for my boys. And also, I like to collect just if I see something that just really sticks out to me. I love Beauty and the Beast. It's my favorite, and I saw this one, and it's really cool. So I got that one. So anyone that looks really nice, or if we stay at a resort for the first time, I try and get a pin for that as well. Or if we do any special character dinings, like I've got a Chef Mickey here. I do have a Downtown Disney pin from when it used to be Downtown Disney. So these are just a lot of fun to look back on and remember our trip by. I keep a little notebook that I write down like which pin I got when, and it just reminds me of all the fun stuff that we got to do. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with our craft. First, you're gonna start with some corkboard. I found this on Amazon. It's a roll of corkboard. It's pretty thin, but I'm okay with that because I'm gonna be cutting it out. And I didn't want it to be too thick and be too hard to cut through, and I also didn't want it to crumble when I cut through it, so I think this is going to work out really great. I'll put a link for the Amazon product that I bought. If you want to go ahead and get that, you can. It is an affiliate link, so I might get a little bit of money if you click on that and purchase that, but so just go ahead and you can use any cork you want, but I think this is going to work really well. And then you're going to pick out your shape. You can do the Mickey head. You'll see here I'm tracing it. I used a projector because I can't draw freehand. So I used a projector to project my Mickey head on there, and I just outlined it with a pencil, or you could do a marker because we're actually going to be painting it later. You can do other shapes too, a castle or your favorite character, whatever you want is great. And if you don't want to cut out your cork board, you can just take an existing cork board that you have and paint a picture on that. I've seen some people do that, and it's really cool. I'm going to go ahead and cut it out after I've traced it. Just with a pair of scissors, it's nice and thin, so it's easy to get through, and just kind of follow along my line. I wish I could draw this freehand, but I couldn't. So if you don't have a projector, you can use large buckets or bowls, or just find something that makes the round shape that's big enough for what you want. I didn't have anything big enough either, so that's why I'm using my projector, because I've got a lot of pins. So I'm just finishing up cutting that out now. After you finish cutting out your cork board, you're going to want to take a piece of poster board. I got this really nice thick poster board. You can see it's just really thick, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put our corkboard on top of here and glue it so that it gives it some strength, because that's pretty flimsy, and it's also gonna give it some thickness because it's pretty thin. So go ahead and put your corkboard on top of there, and then you're going to outline it just all the way around, and then cut it out. I use an X-Acto knife. You could also use a razor It's pretty thick, so scissors probably won't get through it if you've got that nice thick poster board. So go ahead and cut that out. Okay, once you have your shape cut out, you're going to want to glue it on. And I use this multi-purpose spray adhesive. It's really nice. It says it can be used on corkboard, so I was really excited because I love this stuff. It just goes on so nicely and easily, and it dries pretty quickly. So go ahead and spray that onto your poster board, and I like to do a little bit at a time. So I spray a little and then put down my corkboard, and then spray a little and put down some more, and kind of roll it out until it's all on there. And again, just watch it as it dries, because it's going to kind of want to bubble up in some places. So really watch that, that it's not bubbling up. Alright, so you can see it's really big, but that's because I have a lot of pins. So I wanted to make mine nice and big. But here we are. It's glued on here. It's dried. And then the next thing I want to do is I want to paint it. You could paint it any color you want. I think it would be fun. You could do like a rainbow, or you could do a picture, or you could do the red on the bottom and black on top. But I'm just going to go ahead and do mine all black. I've got some cardboard down here, so I can go ahead and paint that. I'm going to be using this apple barrel acrylic paint. I just really love the way that it goes on and how easy it is to use. It's got a little bit of gloss to it, so I think it's going to look really nice. Finished painting it. It's got that nice black with a bit of gloss to it. I think it's going to look really great and make my pins really stand out. So all that's left to do is the hard part, which is to figure out which pins are going to go where. Hope you enjoyed this craft video. If you did, please hit the subscribe button if you're not already a subscriber, and make sure you share this with all your Disney friends that love to collect pins. I think they'll really enjoy it. So you can make the Mickey head, like I said, you can make other shapes. It might be fun to make a smaller shape for each trip you go on, and then you can put the pins for each trip on there. There's just a lot of things that you can do to make this your own. So again, I hope you enjoyed it. And check out our other craft videos. We've got a playlist with all of those on there. We also do Treats and Eats, which is our copycat recipe video series. And we also have tips and tricks for visiting the parks. So be sure you check all those out. They're really great. All these pins reminded me of an announcement I wanted to do. Currently, we are working towards 500 subs for our YouTube channel. And we do have a giveaway for that going right now. You can head on over to Twitter at DoleWhipWishes and see more details on that. But also, once we hit 500, I'm looking forward, because I know we're going to hit that, because you all are amazing. But after we hit 500, I want to do a special giveaway to help us get to 1,000, which is our goal. We want to hit 1,000. And to do that, once we hit 500, we're going to start a giveaway, which is this pin starter set. So if you haven't started a pin collection yet, or you have and you want some of these pins, you're going to want to keep an eye out for that giveaway to start. Once we hit 500 subs, we will begin that giveaway for that starter set. So be sure to share this channel with your friends and family so we can get up there and get that going. But I'm really excited. I love collecting pins. I hope you do too, and thanks for stopping by.